you can see, stabilized CO2 in the atmosphere at 450 requires an almost immediate and dramatic and continuing reduction in the emission of CO2 to the atmosphere, okay? And every decade we put off turning this emission rate around commits you to a higher long-term CO2 trend. Now remember, the Eocene picture I showed you, no ice, that's this world up here, okay? So I'm actually going to end just by talking about what a 450 world looks like in the geologic record. And I have this little flask my friend Terry gave me 2 years ago. And I think that this is kind of the last gas of the Wollaston, because at 400 parts per million CO2, you now have the same CO2 in the atmosphere that a period called the Pliocene had. Okay, so I'm a bit of a science geek. I've spent 30 years studying this strange time 3 million years ago called the Pliocene. And it was warmer by about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius on average. CO2 was 400 to 450 ppm. And it was the last time warm period before the northern hemisphere ice ages started. After that time, CO2 dropped, and the large ice sheets could, during cold summers, could grow and extend southward over North America. But there was no ice at this time. There was no northern hemisphere ice sheets on North America at this time. The Greenland ice sheet was much smaller, and probably the West Antarctic ice sheet did not exist, and possibly parts of the East Antarctic ice sheet. And if you want to see, does anyone recognize this coastline?
North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina. This is the Outer Banks, Cape Hatteras, up here, right? And so, what I want to draw your attention to here is, I'm at an angle, so I don't know if I'm quite getting this. This line, you can see there's different data studies marked on there. That is where the shoreline was in the Pliocene. 450 ppm, 2 to 3 degree warmer world. And so I'll just end there by saying, I completely agree with Bill. 450 is not a safe guardrail. 450, everything we know from looking at past warm periods, not just the Pliocene, but other periods as well, even periods more recent than this, tell us that that will almost certainly dial in and guarantee you a 10-meter sea level rise, okay? And possibly much more, possibly going. So I'll end there. And I'm really excited